Plays, I'm going to deliver my favourite Status Quo albums, well, every album, all 31 albums, ranked from worst to best. So without further ado, don't bore you, get to the chorus. At number 31, Beulah Quo. Enough said. At number 30, it's Riffs. It's got some good covers, this, but again, got some really good covers, but in the ranking order, yeah, at number 30, that's Riffs. At number 29, Famous in the Last Century. Really good albums, got some old school rock and roll in there, hence Old Time Rock and Roll, Rave On, Roll Over Beethoven, Claudette. Run Around Sue's pretty good as well, and Money Money. It's not a bad Quo album, but there's better cover albums. At number 28, we have Aint Complaining. This album, I like it. I think it's really AOR and cheese. One for the Money is a really good song. Do Not Laugh, I think it's awesome. Like, it's Don Henley, it's Lou Graham, it's all that cheese. Not necessarily Quo, but for its time, it's a good album. Ain't Complaining. I ain't complaining. I think it's good. But that's at number 28. At number 27, 1982 by Status Quo. Again, Dear John's a good song. There's a few good numbers, but as a whole, it doesn't really have that Quo energy, and it lacks in choruses, to be honest. I don't think it's a good album, but that's just my opinion. At number 26, we have Never Too Late with Something About You Baby, which is obviously the favourite live song. Really catchy number, sort of like The Wanderer in that vibe. And Never Too Late's a decent, not bad, but it just, again, it's a good Quo album compared to the others, but we're getting the dross Quo out of the way, we're getting the bad Quo out of the way now. There's an album later that you'd think had been here, but it's not. I really like it. At number 25, we have Quid Pro. Not a bad album at all. Got some good songs, moderate. I'm very critical and very honest, so if it's not like, whoa, then I'm not going to go, yeah, it's absolutely amazing. No, going to be honest. Good album. A lot better than... It's a strong Quo album to the later releases, so it's good, decent Quo. Not bad. At 25. At 24, again, another fun Indiana Jones cover there. Great, this is awesome. In Search of the Fourth Chord. Can't complain, it's a fun Quo record. What it lacks in originality, it makes up for in decent, like, good atmosphere and good energy. At number 23, with my favourite song on this album being Familiar Blues, it's The Party Ain't Over Yet, and it coincided with the Coronation Street stuff and Les Battersby, Bruce Jones and all that. I don't like the gimmicky stuff around Quo though. I've always rated them as a quality band since I saw him on the first work tour in 1995 at Blackburn Arena. I've seen him about 16 times. Dad's seen him 40 odd. Mum's seen him about close to 30, 20 odd. Me and Paul are like neck and neck, me bro. So yeah, 16 I think each. Yeah. Anyway, Familiar Blues, favourite song on this album. Quo's Family Tradition. This is a good album. It's a lot better than, like I said, Quid Pro and Search of the Fourth Chord. It's got some heart and it's got some soul. Familiar Blues, favourite track on this album. Really good. Now we're getting to 22, Perfect Remedy. I like Tommy and I like Power of Rock. I don't see the hate for this album. It's got country elements as well. Perfect Remedy is a good album. Agree or disagree, I think it's a decent Quo record. At number 21, Don't Stop. Of the cover albums that we did with riffs and famous in the last century, this is the most fun of the Quo cover albums. We used to listen to it going to Harry Ramsden's in the car a lot, and it's just, yeah, when it came out in 96, not cool at the time. We all remember BBC Two banning them and all that, and they weren't cool enough. They weren't East 17 or Take That or Mark Morrison enough, I suppose, for what was cool, what was the bomb in the 90s. But hey, this is a fun record. It's got some great covers: Johnny and Mary, Get Out of Denver, Future's So Bright, All Around My Hat with Maddie Pryor, and she was obviously on the tour as well, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, at the 9X Arena in Manchester. Yeah, Taking You Back, baby. When You Walk in the Room. There's some great covers on this. I love Safety Dance. Fun, fun, fun. Obviously with the Beach Boys. Great Quo album. Great cover album. Yeah, fun, fun. At number 20, it's back to back. Yeah, Margarita Time gets its slates, but it's a really well crafted song, and it's beautiful arrangement. And Old Rag Blues, Mess of Blues, Can't Be Done, Too Close to the Ground. I like Staying the Night as well, but yeah, this is a good album. It's got that country element, and it's a bit softer Quo, but as an album, it's decent. The material's pretty good on back to back. At number 20, at number 19, Backbone. Good release, and he came out with it not long ago, and Backbone, again, it has that backbone, and it's a good solid Quo record for the later part, and that counts a lot. And I like Backbone. It's got some strong Quo songs, and it sort of gets back to the roots of Quo, which is rhythm and blues, down and dirty. Love it. At number 18, it's Picturesque, Matchstickable, and obviously more. Yeah, it's the self-titled, and it's a really good Quo record. Obviously, pictures of matchstick men, ice in the sun. It's just that psychedelic of Quo, which was good and original at the time, and obviously I weren't there, but yeah. At 18, at 17, Spare Parts. Again, another solid Quo record for the earlier part of Quo. And I put it in there because it's just got more of that rootsy stuff, away from a lot of the cheese that came later. At number 16, a surprisingly solid Quo album, Heavy Traffic. The tour for this was cool. My favourite song on this is Rhythm of Life and The Oriental. I like Creeping Up on You as well. I actually don't like doing that, but yeah. Dum Jam Side Down, Digging Dirt, Baccarat, Do It Again, Another Day, I Don't Remember Anymore. All Stand Up. I actually don't like that. I find it a bit too coach travel, but hey. All stand up. But I do like blues and rhythm, and I like Heavy Traffic, Solid Gold. They're just great riffs, all Jam Side Down. Groovy, fun Quo record. What Quo record isn't fun in the 90s onwards? Which takes us to number 15, which is, it would have been, yeah, number 15, In the Army Now. Great. It's got the polished stuff, but it's also got the heartfelt with obviously the lead-off single and Rolling Home. Has a lot of that Aint Complaining sort of stuff and Just Supposing with the cheese and the synth and all that, but In the Army Now was like standard Quo, and it's a quality record, and the whole message and everything about life. The sergeant calls, city I shite, you're in. We used to sing that all the time, so yeah. That's what I'm like at gigs. What? Anyway, yeah. So that's at number 15. At number 14, Under the Influence. Surprisingly high in the list, but of the later Quo, this has the spirit of rock and roll more than a lot of them. I love Little White Lies, I love Shine On, I love Under the Influence as well. Little White Lies, yeah. Little White Lies. Yeah, a bit hoarse today. Little Me and You, Making Waves, 20 Wild Horses. 20 Wild Horses is such a good record. And obviously the tour, it was Quo way dated, but it's just Quo again getting back to that rootsy rock and roll stuff, and I love it. The Way It Goes, Roll the Dice, solid Quo record from 1998, 99, sorry, yeah, 98, 99. It's just got that European rock and roll sound. It's just Quo doing what they do best, which is just groove. Solid Quo record there. At number 13, If You Can't Stand the Heat. Yeah, great record. Accident Prone has got a Strokes vibe. It's Quo doing a bit more of the poppy rock. But again, Quo, whatever they do, they can still do well. Even if they're not doing what Quo are known for, they can still write good hits and good poppy Quo songs. You know, I'm Quo mania me, so I'll even defend stuff that people think doesn't rock. If You Can't Stand the Heat is a good album for me. It's got that New York sound as well. Well, I think anyway. At number 12, what an album. Mark Kelly's Greasy Spoon. Yeah. Hide and Seek, labelled the S-Quo labelled. The writing in it is awesome, but my favourite song on this is obviously Jude Jr.'s Wailing, but I like Daughter, and obviously April, Spring, Summers and Wednesdays. And then the bonus tracks on it, Down the Dust Pipe and In My Chair and all that. But this has got that, if you're into Kings of Leon now or whatever, it's got that down and dirty vibe. Everything, Spinning Wheel Blues. I love all the little jingles on the thing as well. S-Quo labelled and Can't Be Done. But yeah, it's like a fake set list. But this was just before they went, pretty much before they did this. It's got a Smith sort of cover vibe there as well, old school, yeah. But great album, and it deserves to be up far on the list because it's that rootsy Quo, and I love it. At number 13, an album I will continue to defend from till test of time. I think it doesn't get the credit it deserves because it came out in 95, and again the radio stuff and went against them, and it wasn't cool, or you know, it wasn't fresh enough for the 90s. It wasn't Ant and Dec, I don't know, PJ and Duncan enough. I don't know what it is about this album what gets slated, but Thirsty Work is an absolutely brilliant record for me. It's really well wrote. It's got some like Sail Away, Going Nowhere, the guitar, the Spanish style guitar riffs, Confidence, Point of No Return, Lover of the Human Race, with the guitar licks in that. For musicians, this is a great album, Thirsty Work. It'll always be dear to me because it's an album that got me. It's the album I saw Quo on, so it was the first tour in 95, Blackburn Arena, 95, 96, so Jeff Rich on drums, and it was the first. I think that's why it holds a lot of heart, like, it's dear to me, Thirsty Worker. I love Sorry, Tango, great riffs from Francis Rossi. This album gets a lot of stick. I just think the reason is because it's not Quo in a way. It's just, but it's ELO. It's more of that stuff and country. But I don't care. It's one of my favourite Quo albums. I can listen to it. The only song I don't like is maybe Queenie, A Rude Awakening Time. Yeah. But like it or not, Sail Away, Soft in the Head, Confidence. All she needs, do. I didn't mean it, Going Nowhere, beautiful riff. Sorry, Restless is a little cheese, but yeah. Ciao Ciao, yeah, Chow Chow's the worst song on this, but apart from that, back on my feet. It's got some beautiful keyboard arrangements. It's a really good Quo album. I don't know, sounds commercial, sounds lazily produced and very 80s vibe in that with the production. The drums have got that sound. Yeah, you'll know what I mean when you listen to it again. It's modified, it's very sound. Anyway, yeah, let's get off that. At number 10, great album, Rock Till You Drop. I love the version of Tommy on this. The song Rock Till You Drop, the chord, it's beautiful, great. Like a Zombie, one-man band. Now we're talking, Faking the Blues. Let's Work Together. I love the version of 4500 times. This is a solid Quo album that just gets above Thirsty Work. I don't see anything wrong with this, it's great. At number 10. At number 9, we're getting there now. Rocking All Over the World. Dirty Water will always be my favourite on this. I love Too Far Gone. I love the riff structure on that. Has an Avenged Sevenfold vibe if you're into that now, or you know, for the new kids. But Baby Boy, Let's Ride, Can't Give You More, Love Hard Time, and obviously Rocking All Over the World. This was the start of more of the pop rock with a Quo. And Hold You Back. I don't know, favourite Quo live record. And everyone gets on feet, and you know, and yeah, and this is a quality album. At number 8, Whatever You Want, with Living on an Island. See, smiling faced, rocking on. Be rocking on. Run Away, Breaking Away. Who Asked You, Shady Lady, and Whatever You Want. They were just finding their feet now, like in terms of the commercial Quo. This was Quo really like spreading the wings in terms of what they could do melodically. And it's a brilliant album, Whatever You Want, up there. Obviously, I would have had the vinyls, but I couldn't get them because they're hidden somewhere. My dad's got them, so it's not even my shirt. This is, but that's not. Then we got the old Quo shirt there. It's not mine either. I nicked that, but off my old man. Yeah, anyway, so Whatever You Want at number 8. At number 7, we're going to go with Just Supposing. Again, what you're proposing on it, rock and roll, Don't Drive My Car. It's Quo coming into the more synth sound now, and it's Quo getting into that. Getting cool, trying to be cool, but it actually worked at this time before it went too cheese. But yeah, What You're Proposing is a great song, Over the Edge, Name of the Game, Don't Drive My Car is such a slickster. Reminds me of a Kiss song, Naked City. Is it? Oh yeah. Naked City, doing it. Reminds me of that, Don't Drive My Car. It reminds me of that slick Kiss vibe that they were doing. Great riff. Don't Drive My Car is like a vastly underrated Quo song. Love it. Okay, so we're getting to the top 5 now. This album is absolutely class Quo. It's Quo, self-titled, with my favourite Quo song, obviously, going to be Backwater. It's the favourite song to play, it's my favourite song to watch live. Alan Lancaster absolutely bosses it, it's so cool, and it's just a groover, and it's just take me, break the rules, drifting away, don't think it matters. Slow Train, Lonely Man, fine. What a Quo album. Quintessential Quo at number 7. At number 5, sorry. Yeah. which takes us at number 4. For number 6, yeah, what was I on about? Yeah, number 6. Number 5, it's at number 4. At number 5 we have number 4. We have that 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, at number 5 we have Dog of Two Head. Unwide tongue, na na na, something's going on in my head. Mean Girl, my favourite Quo song on this album is Gerd and Dula. Railroad, I love the na 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 thing. This is again that rootsy Quo from Mark Kelly's Greasy Spoon, but it's just, this is more class as a whole, cohesive. What an album, Dog of Two Head. It's Quo just showing they could write songs, really good ones. The na 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 coming all the way through as well. Really rootsy, bluesy rock. And it's absolutely class. It really is. I prefer this over Quo because it's just got more of that soul side to it. It's more of that. So, which will go into the last 4 now. I got there eventually with a 5 and 4. The list gets confusing because I scrubbed a lot out, as you can see, and rearranged the list as you do. It's Quo we're talking about. This has to be right, you know what I mean? So, Dog of Two Head at number 5. At number 4, again, it's rootsy Quo, but it's Blue for You. Is There a Better Way? Mad About the Boy. Rain. When you got Rain and Mystery Song on the same album, Rain has an Alice Cooper vibe to me, School's Out, and Mystery Song, again, what an absolutely sublime guitar riff. The twin guitar from Rick and Francis, one does the bar chords, one does Rick does more of the chuggy riffs, more the rhythm. Francis does a lot of the bar chords and Rick will do the more open chords. If you're a guitar player, Rick does the opens, Francis does the bars with a hammer-ons, and and Rick will do the sort of upstroke, downstrokes. For you guitar geeks out there, Rick does the opens, Francis does the bar chords, a lot of them, and then does the solos. They swap, the interchange. One will take over the bars, one will do that while Francis does the solos. But Blue for You, again, Rain, Rolling Home, Ring of Change, good, Mad About the Boy, Mystery Song, what a way to end an album, what a fucking song. And we're getting to it now. At number 3, this was a hard choice and I'm toing and throwing, but I'm going to go with Pile Driver. Don't Waste My Time, Oh Baby, A Year, Unspoken Words. Paper Plane's a great song, but it's not the strongest on the album. It's Unspoken Words, Big Fat Mama, Roadhouse Blues, and All the Reasons. 1972, God. I were there. I wasn't. I wasn't born till 84, yeah. So I was like, they were probably watching End of the Road in hospital while I was there. Like, they weren't. Anyway, Milton Keynes. Don't Waste My Time, Oh Baby, A Year, Unspoken Words, All the Reasons, and Paper Plane. This is a fantastic Quo record, and that's why it gets to number 3. When you talk about what Quo are, yeah, it's not the debut. Old people go, Quo's debut. It isn't for the newbies. It pictures matchstickable and so on. I'm not doing the whole title, it's a tongue twister. Okay, at number 2. What's it going to be? It's between the two, you know where I'm going. I'm going to just go with, I'm going to put it to 1, but on the level at number 2. Fucking hell. Over and Done is my favourite on this. Where I Am, What to Do, Broken Man. Down, down. I saw the light. On any given day, this will be number one. It just twos and throws. Bye bye Johnny. Where I Am. Little Lady. This is just hungry quo. This is quo when the hungry and rootsy and bluesy, and this is a fucking brilliant album. Absolute. I saw the light most of the time. Most of the time. Come on. Walking along. Street is no. Oh, it's great hearing it live as well, and yeah, it's just, you know, in the medleys, and you put it in, and yeah, it's just awesome. Down, down, night ride, over and done. Bye bye Johnny. All these songs take you on a trip to our live shows as well. I can imagine being in the Quo Army. I was just, obviously, I was more Oasis Army at this time, but and Bon Jovi, but yeah, I got through Quo through parents and that, so yeah. So we're going to go to number one. You know where we're going with this. It's Flawless. From Roll Over, Laid Down, right to 4,500 times. It's Better Now, Softer Ride, Caroline, Blue Eyed Lady, Reason for Living, Claudie. It's just executioning out to write a proper rock and roll album. Hello by Quo is my favourite Quo album. It's that or On the Level. Any given day they can swap. But can you say Softer Ride's just brilliant? Really is. It's just the whole jam, the groove, the changing of the pace. It's one thing Quo could do. Could do, and then slow it down, and then bring it back up. It was all about intensity. It was all about making you feel something. If you feel it, that's why Quo were good, because you feel it, you feel the groove, and then they bring you back. That's why Quo later lost that, because it was more about just writing songs and catchy songs, whereas here it was more about a feeling, making you do the moves, and, you know, making you move, making you groove. Like new metal sort of makes you do that. Quo sort of dragged you, it makes you move a certain way. It's out of body experience with Quo, and the changes. Great groove, just a masterclass in out of rock and roll, the 12-bar blues, baby. Reason for Living, Claudie, roll, oh man, it's Better Now. And to end it with 4,500 times. How can you have Softer Ride, Caroline, and 4,500 times on the same album? That ain't fair. Roll Over, Laid Down, Blue Eyed Lady, Caroline as well. Just a whole driving riff about it. But Softer Ride and 4,500 times, you mean, it's sort of like not fair in a way. It's like you peaked too soon. It's like, it's George Best of rock and roll. That's the way I look at it. You peaked, you've hit, you can do it drunk, you can do it, but you're never going to surpass, to me, that moment. I'll just surpass 4,500 times. Right, you're going right on the level, I suppose, but what I'm saying is, that's just a encapsulation of the times. And Softer Ride, Caroline, Blue Eyed Lady, Roll Over, Laid Down, Roll Over, Laid Down. To start it with such a steady song, but such a great lick, only wheels you in, then to go slow, then to build it up, you've got the class, Caroline. It is an absolute masterclass of a setlist, this, for an album. Like, it's, I couldn't describe it if you're thinking about pacing and timing and build to it. Just start with Roll Over, Laid Down and end with 4,500 times, like. Not to mention Caroline and Softer Ride, just placed in, you know, right at that middle point where it's just like, right, now we're getting into the class and now we're in the finale. There's nobody on the anybody. Oh man, it's the riff, it's the great riffs and the melodies, and then I'm quoted out, man. I'm all quoted out. Quo. Right, I hope you enjoyed it, guys. You know I enjoyed it. I'm a bit, as you can tell, I'm sort of like Sunday, innit? And you know, it's been a good weekend for United, so I'm a bit like loving it. Anyway, just yeah, stay enjoying Quo. I'd say the new guitarist is kicking ass. Don't want to hear anything bad about him. He's doing well. Haters will always hate and say it's not the real Quo, but listen, he's doing a professional job and he's got his own vibe to the way he plays. He doesn't play like Rick. He's doing well live. I must admit, when I've seen him on tours, he's played well. Seen him about twice, 3 times now, and he's kicking ass. He's doing a good job. Not trying to be Rick. He's just doing him, and he's playing it well. And that is, he's continuing the Quo legacy for me. People who just forever live in the past and talk about, you could have done that with Lancaster, you could have stopped it there, but then don't go to gigs. Fair enough. Stay at home and have a Yorkshire tea. Well, let everyone else enjoy it. He's doing a grand job. That's all I can say about that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I couldn't wait to do this, regardless of being a bit... But, hey, rock and roll. That pretentious. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the list. Hello gets it to number 1, my favourite Status Quo album of all time. On the Level and Pile Driver. I mean, to have Blue For You in there as well, I mean, it's just a plethora of Quo excellence. You know you're going to go and listen to this now. That's what I'm going to do. Like, hello's going on. I'm out. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's get to the plug-in. Subscribe to Hughesy Plays. Boom. Check me out on Hughesy Music Mania on Spotify. It's a podcast. I'll do that as well. But I thought you had to see it to, you had to feel it. People get bored of podcast listening. You've got to feel the experience. You've got to see it animated to sort of, get into the Quo. Anyway, I'm out. Subscribe to Hughesy Plays. Check out all my guitar covers on Instagram. Hughesy Plays again. I'll send you some links if I can. So not half as good, but we're slowly getting there. Do all my vids on that, and I sing as well sometimes. So yeah. Anyway, peace, guys. And if you do recognise me, it's from Full Time Devils. I was on there briefly in its dying days. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did doing it, and take care. Peace.